Alright, what's up guys? I just want to start the video by saying, how is everyone? I hope you're all doing well, because today I'm Suicidal Grind, but not just Suicidal Grind. I'm a very happy Suicidal Grind because today I had such great customer support service at the restaurant that I went to make a video about it. And in fact, I don't usually do this. Just gonna start that off right, like that. You know, I usually just go get my food and go home. If the customer service there is great, awesome. If I haven't already, I'll leave a review at the restaurant. Be that positive or negative, depending on what I felt on the experience and my food. But what's important here is today I just something about the customer service that I experienced today was so great that I have to share it. In fact, there we go. The restaurant in question. Also, there's a noise obviously in the background. You can probably hear, and I'm not actually sorry for it because there's literally people drilling into the foundation of the house, of the 10-story building, which I have no control over. So if you're irritated by the noise that I have no control over, grow up and go fuck yourself. So, the restaurant in question is obviously Burger King, as you see here by the greasy bag, which is not a minus for me. I don't have a dislike for the greasy bag now, because they usually smell good inside because they smell like food. And okay, my fries seem to had a little bit of an accident while I was biking, but that's alright. The sun just went into clouds, so open it up a little here. The price, I will start off for a reason, because I had a good deal today of $4 of a Whopper and some fries with that. And although I didn't pay that much, this is obviously a menu of my choice because I am pretty hungry. I didn't eat yet. I only had a Twix bar because I planned for this, and I usually don't eat as much the day I have fast food for the sole reason of keeping my beautiful boy shape. Now, I did mention that I biked home, so food is not warm. Quite cold actually. But the fries, which usually taste the worst when they're cold, are really good. There's some fries in the bag, which I will sort out later. But as far as the fries go, yeah, they taste a lot better than McDonald's when they're cold. Specifically when they're cold. Warm, I might still prefer McDonald's. Did they increase the size of this? I don't know. The Whopper looks bigger than last time I had it. Either that, or I'm just used to McDonald's patties and stuff. The bottom bun is really thin, so they probably just put more money into the actual beef, which is actually the selling point for me of Burger King. And so, what's the customer service about? I mean, I've been blabbering about for a couple minutes already, but nothing about the customer service. I mean, the food is great. I already know the burger's gonna be good, and I'll actually get to that later. But what about the customer service is so great that I sit down and edit a whole video about it? Well, when I came there, he was immediate in going to the cashier Like, as soon as he saw me, he just went to the cashier. I literally, he I don't know if he had anything to do at the moment, but according to actual orders on the screen, they did not. But still, he saw a customer and immediately went on to take my order, which in my opinion is dedication to your work. This one's a little darker, hopefully it will be even better. Oh yeah, I have something with the Burger King. The darker fries are better at Burger King, but the darker fries at McDonald's are worse. I don't know how that works, but let's continue here. Also, they're bigger at Burger King, so you're actually getting more of a chunk of potato, which I prefer. And when I showed him my discount, on the image it had a drink, which I was thinking about saying this, but you know, he's a worker at Burger King. He is not in charge. This is something I feel like many people get wrong. The people who work at the restaurant are not actually usually responsible for what's on the menu, the quality of it, and so on. And now I will actually add on to that, because I know there will always be someone in the comments like, but suicidal? Isn't that the case for most restaurants, that they're responsible for the quality of the... No, I'm talking specifically about the fucking fast food restaurants that are big branded and worldwide. Mr. Worldwide here, you know? The executives that are sitting there with a bunch of $1 million in their bank account every year, those are responsible for the quality and the food and stuff. Like the heads of Burger King. They are the ones responsible. So the food quality itself, I don't put that towards customer service. I put that towards the whole food chain, if that makes sense. But I do know that the customer service can mess up the order. For example, they can overcook things. They can cook things undercooked, and this has happened in fast food restaurants before. So those are valid criticisms. If it's under or overcooked, that's a valid criticism. If it's expired, that's a valid criticism of the particular restaurant, because those are responsibilities that actually are at the restaurant. Now, if this is just a regular restaurant where pretty much everyone is responsible for what's on the menu and stuff, because, you know, at the real restaurant you work as a team, a normal one that's not a fast food, and you all sit and plan, and you know, if they are messing up something, that's a different story. But I would still not blame it on the customer service, like the server, the person who's the employee there, because I don't know what kind of position they are in. However, what I look at in customer service is, how am I greeted? How am I met when I ask questions? And how am I being served? Now, as for being greeted, I already told you, immediate, and he had a smile on his face all the time. I was met well, because when I showed him the discount, which I had, and I told you about a little earlier, he said, like, oh, there's no drink on the actual deal, it's just on the picture. I don't know why they do that. In my opinion, Burger King, you need to change that. Burger King executives of whatever the fuck, do not put a drink on the discount if it's not there. If the drink isn't included, you're not supposed to include it in the image. For example, I even have the proof here. They have the drink there in the image, which makes you believe that, holy shit, I'm getting a drink and I'm getting a full menu for $4. No, you're not actually. You're getting fucked in the ass by false advertising by Burger King. And this isn't exclusive to Burger King. McDonald's, I'm looking at you too. You motherfuckers at McDonald's, sometimes you do this. I know that. But the thing is that confuses me is in every other image, except for the one with the Whopper. Well, these Whoppers don't have a drink, these don't have a drink, none of the organic and vegan stuff has a drink, none of the chicken shows a drink. So I don't know why for the Whopper they went and screwed it up. That's something with the advertisement team that needs to work on that. That's a criticism on the advertisement team that makes the discounts and stuff for Burger King. That's my criticism of Burger King. But that's about like the one criticism I have of the entire food chain. Now, as for this guy, let's talk a little more about him. I was just okay. That's great. He informed me, but I wasn't surprised because it was only $4, and I'm at a fast food restaurant, so I don't expect that much, honestly. I always have lower expectations at a fast food restaurant than a normal restaurant because I know a fast food restaurant can be shady. I know they are shady, but clearly that's not affecting my experience or likelihood of ordering there. So, what actually happened next? Well, I paid for it, obviously. So, while I was waiting, I went on my phone, and I was gonna wait. I was prepared to wait a couple minutes. Like, I was prepared to wait 20 minutes if I had to. I know 20 minutes is a little long for Burger King, but I was prepared. I had my Imperial Circus dedicated music going on in the background, and I was in there vibing, and I didn't realize until he came with the food that, holy fuck, I am about to be a very annoying customer. Why do I say this? I forgot to tell him on buying that, you know, I was going to take the food with me home. I was going to order takeaway. So when he came there, delivering the food to me, with a smile, by the way. He was smiling when he was delivering the tray. The tray which now had grease over it because my dumbass forgot to fucking tell him one of the most important parts of my order. And I felt so terrible. I mean, this is the kind of customer that is a terrible customer. Today I was a terrible customer to this guy. I had to tell him, oh my god. In Swedish, it was more like, oh jävlar, glömde bort att jag skulle ta med mig hem. More like that. And I said, I'm sorry and stuff like that. Even though I know this restaurant's customer service is supposed to deliver the customer what's right, but I had to say sorry. I mean, I was a terrible customer and I'm gonna stand up for being a terrible customer, trust me. But he kept smiling and didn't drop his jaw. He didn't get mad with me, which I was scared of. Which I wouldn't even have given a lower rating for that. I would have been completely fine if he told me off there. Honestly, that was on me. That was not on him. I would have taken any outcome from that, honestly. If he got annoyed, I would have just said, okay, I'll eat here. It would have been better that way. Anyways, if I just sucked it up. But no, he kept his smile and said, oh, no problem. And then he went to fix it like this, and it was fixed in 2 minutes. Not 2 minutes, but like 2 seconds. I didn't want to say 2 seconds because it was too little to be realistic. So let's say more like half a minute, 30 seconds from me sitting at the table a little further into the restaurant. He was done fitting it into the bag and making it looking. He made it actually look nice when he packed it in with the bag, and you know the determination on this. I mean, it could just be this particular worker. There could be a bad worker at Burger King. I acknowledge that because they hire new people and fire people all the time, or lay people off, not fire. You know what I mean? People come and go in these businesses, so you can get terrible. The next person next day can get a different worker, and he could be the worst person ever. But you know what I mean. What happened then? I took it home and I said thank you a lot. I said thank you the first time after I said sorry, and I said thank you again, and he had a smile the entire time. Even when I was about to just leave the restaurant, he still was smiling. And that simple service, which I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but trust me, it is a lot. That is probably the best customer service I have ever had, because to me, I mean, I was the one who was completely at fault here. I would have taken the blame for the situation if he was showing any signs of being irritated by me. And also, I know this entire time a question could be asked to me, questioning my argument here, why it's actually good customer service. They could actually question why I think it's good, because some people could think it's bad because he didn't ask if I was sitting there or taking it home. But that to me is not important. To me, I'm not the person that gets stuck up over if he asks me something. I mean, I came there and he probably thinks, you know, I'm ordering here, I want to sit here. You know, I didn't say anything, and you know, I should have. Usually you're so set on that you're taking it with you home that you say it, but I made the mistake not saying that. So anyone who's already typed the comment and sent it that, oh, but he should have asked you, no, fuck you, he shouldn't have asked me actually, because sometimes the customer also needs to get taught a lesson. And in this situation, I was taught the lesson that I should probably focus a little more on what I'm actually doing when ordering my food, rather than actually just showing him and paying the money and just being like, whatever, I'm just buying this shit, you know, with fucking food. Just feed me already, you know? Because I feel like a lot of people just expect a lot of others all the time, like unnecessarily much. They expect that everything's gonna be sunshine and rainbows and flowers, and everything is gonna go by their rules, not the actual rules of the restaurant. But that's not how it is. I feel like a lot of people are spoiled. A lot of people are too spoiled in this modern society, in my opinion, to maturely handle something like this. Because I think that he did everything right. He took my order, and it was my fault, and he should not have asked me, because I'm not entitled to being asked by every person every day if I'm going to be at home or if I'm going to take myself away. You know, I don't expect everyone to ask me a question every day about how I'm doing, for example. Why should I expect everyone at the restaurant to always ask me if I'm taking the food with me home or staying there, you know? It's the same thing to me. I shouldn't expect something as small as that thing, even though to me it's probably it's the most important part of the service. It's not the most important part of the actual quality of the restaurant by any means. The actual part is that the person who serves you is nice and listens to your order, and you know, that's like the two most important things. They're nice and takes your order, and then that the food's great. That's the third thing. The food should be great, and this will lead me to taking a bite out of my now probably very cold but still Whopper burger, and it's gonna be my first Whopper in a long time, so now that is just awesome. But yeah, anyways, that's it for the video, at least. I'm gonna edit this and hopefully cut out all the parts where I sit and do nothing, because that's what I did for the last video. I tried to. I know I missed some points. I missed a little bit, but apparently that video did awesome. I didn't expect people to just, because you know, it was just a video for me to like orgasm about how much I love this one vocalist that I know. And then there was just so many people that came to. I mean, to me, 88 views is a lot, because on this channel I'm used to maybe 15, 10 to 20 usually on these talking videos and stuff. So the fact that it got that kind of views in the short amount of time that it did, that is bliss to me. I know I have a napkin, but I don't care because I'm home. But yeah, thank you for supporting the channel as always, and I've been Susagran. You've been watching me ramble about my good experience at Burger King in my city, which is funny because literally no one else who watches this video is going to be able to go to the same restaurant unless they live in my city, which is basically 0.001% of my subscribers. So what should you take away from this video? Always make sure to have an open mind about customer service, but also have a reasonable open mind. You know, you should be treated nice and with respect. They shouldn't necessarily be mad at you, but in my case, you know, you also have to look at yourself in the mirror and really think, okay, was this perhaps something that I should have done better on? And that's what I did now. So please don't only reflect on whether the server or person working in the restaurant is doing well. Focus also if you are doing well as a person, as a customer, if you're being a respectful customer, because you should have some form of respect as a customer in the restaurant, even if you are paying their monthly salary. So, that's it for the video, and you know the motto, stay cute.